Hi friends, MD Vegan. Breakfast time, and I have a beautiful strawberry here. And I was lucky to find these beautiful strawberries. Very inexpensive on the farmer's market. A huge amount I could get. And now wanted to have a strawberry breakfast. They're so nice. To make a beautiful strawberry even more beautiful, I would say you begin it in a vanilla cashew cream. That's what I begin with. I have here my German blender. It's a Revoblend, Revolution Blending. It is made in Germany 10 or 12 years ago to rival the big American names. We didn't have a power blender here in Germany, homemade, so to say. And then when I wanted to get one, I thought, okay, which one do I take? And then this one came. So I stick with this so far. Check it out, it's very good. Has some advantages and it's inexpensive. So that is here a cup of cashews with a vanilla cashew cream. And I have here 5 or 6 dates. That is a soft date, not too big. That's my favorite brand. It's very inexpensive and my favorite sweetener. And I have a teaspoon of vanilla powder. You can take any vanilla you like. Any kind of vanilla, doesn't really matter. It is the spice that opens space, a vast space for flavor, so it makes other flavors really expand. Vanilla is amazing, and for strawberries, I couldn't think of anything better. So, vanilla cashew cream it is. Water, of course. I begin with a small amount. I don't need that much, just for the strawberries, and it shouldn't be too runny. Blender dance. This was the first blending. You might have noticed I did not soak the cashews ahead of time. So I do a second blending instead, because now, once broken into small pieces, they soak much faster. It saves some time. But I have a chance also to taste it now and to see if I want to add something. Has it to be runnier? Do I need more dates? Whatever. Let's see. I find the texture pretty nice. Let's see what it tastes like. Perfect. Cashews are perfect for this kind of dressing, because they are kind of neutral, a little bit sweet rather, like a cream in conventional kitchen. Of course, much better in so many ways. And I love the flavor of cashews and their texture, their creaminess. It's a perfect comfort food and so easy to make, as you just blend it and enjoy. So one more blending I need, but before I do it, I show you my strawberries. I put them into the container. Strawberries are among the healthiest fruit because they are berries. To be precise, they are not really berries. If you look at the strawberries, they have these little dots around. Yeah, these are the seeds of the strawberry. Yeah, little dots that are seeds on the outside. And I guess that's the reason why they don't call them berries. I'm not really sure about that, but they have their own category. But still, when we talk about berries, we also talk about strawberries and all the other berries, and they are the healthiest fruit because they're wonderful colors. That's what we want so much of these fruit. They really make us healthy. There's all the science about it. And we should eat them every day. So when I get berries, frozen or fresh, I try to put everything, every day I put something into my plate. somehow, or eat them raw or some fresh or whatever. It doesn't matter. I need recipes with berries all the time. Yeah. So one more blender dance. Add a little bit of time to soak now. I find the second blending a really good idea because when you only blend a short time, like 30 seconds or so, that's the ideal time for these blenders. They have very much power, and the transmission of the power into the blades from the engine is a little bit of a weakness. Yeah, there can be something can break down the blenders, and then you have to give them to repair shop. It does not cost the world, but if you can avoid that or put it off, it's an advantage. Blending only 30 seconds is a pretty good idea. You see the creaminess? I would say that's a perfect texture. Yeah, this cream, the cashew cream, they thickens up a little bit after some time when it sits. The nuts keep soaking. But the blenders are also great because they give you most of the nutrients from a plant that you want to eat. When you blend the plant with this blender, any blender, they break down the cells of the plants completely, and you get all the nutrients. You get more of the nutrients than without blending. There's science about it. Once people asked, well, blenders are not good because they destroy the nutrients, they have so much power. And they checked it scientifically, and they found you get even more nutrients from the same products. So a blender has become my favorite kitchen tool. Of course, the cutting board and the chef's knife, and nothing can beat that, right? When I travel, for example, I always take a little plastic cutting board and a chef's knife, small chef's knives. In a hotel room, you can always quickly cut something up and put it in a bowl for a salad. I can always make that happen if you need some fresh things. That's an easy way to do it. It's wonderful. But other than that, the blender is really the number one. And here is my fruit salad with the strawberries. Yeah, just strawberries today. And I will make a very special ice cream on top in a moment. Come back in a second for that. Just 3 more ingredients for my date, almond, banana ice cream. Frozen bananas, and they have to be really frozen. That means I take them out of the freezer right before I use them because I want to make a Blitz ice cream. And to make a Blitz ice cream, I need another tool. I need a food processor fitted with the S-blade. You see, the large S-blade, that is what we need for this. And you can also use a power blender when you want. If you don't have a food processor, you can make ice cream. But what you most likely will not be able to do as easily, make scoops right away. That's why I call it Blitz ice cream. So the bananas go right in, and I have a very special connection. Bananas and strawberries, in my view, they are similar. Let's say, make a little detour. So bananas and strawberries are not similar so much, but bananas are a little bit similar to vanilla. Yeah. And when you add almond flour is very simple to make. I chop some almonds on the cutting board, just 2 or 3 times, and then I give it into an electric coffee grinder, and in seconds I have almond flour. But you can purchase almond flour, I would bet, in any shop where they have things for bakery. Supermarkets, almond flour is a classic, other nut flours too. And when you put the nut flour into an ice cream while processing the bananas, get it so creamy You won't believe it. You almost don't need an ice machine anymore. It's all so fast. I put also the almond flour into the freezer for 10 minutes to win some time, because the longer I process before it melts, the longer I do that, the creamier it gets. Otherwise, I might have chunks. And the third ingredient for this ice cream is date mousse. And I show you in another video how to make that. That is very easy. You just blend the dates with water. And you might, when you do something good for your blender, soak the dates ahead of time, because blenders like that. Yeah, always. I didn't do that earlier because I didn't know about it. But meanwhile, after many years of using the blender, I learned it. I want to save my blender time. At some point, you got to bring them to a repair shop. No doubt. At some point, you have to. But it might take a little bit longer if you be more careful. So that's just an advice. Otherwise, you can also blend the dates right away. I show you another video how to make it. Okay, date mousse, almond flour, and bananas. These three together, they really resemble the vanilla. They go into that direction. Nothing beats vanilla. That is really the great opener of spaces for the flavors. But this is pretty similar to it. And the banana combination, banana, almonds, and dates with strawberries, is a divine combination. I made many smoothies with that and other desserts. But here is a new combination with the vanilla cream and the almond vanilla ice cream. Blender dance for Blitz ice cream. Look at my Blitz ice cream. I could process a long time because the ingredients were cold, really cold. And now I can feel already the texture is nice. I can really make scoops right away, and they will be wonderful on my ice cream, on my strawberries, I'm sure. Let's see. Yeah, the texture is really perfect for making scoops. You see, I'll show you in a moment what it looks like. When the summertime comes, or the days getting warmer, I begin again making these breakfasts with fruit salad and ice cream on top. There are many different dressings for fruit salad. Yogurt dressings I have been making recently. That's wonderful. They have this wonderful sour tart flavor that is so nice with many fruits. And of course here the cashew creams, all kinds of nuts creams, seed creams, all kinds of ice creams. There's so much you can do to make it exciting and so much fun. And I get a lot of ingredients all the time. The combination of bananas and almonds, for example, the date, they highlight that a little bit, but it is already in the banana and the almond. A very special combination, really. And here, look at that. The beautiful scoops on top. Blitz ice cream quickly made with strawberries. It's a heavenly breakfast, and it's so easy to make, right? Takes some steps, but in no time. And thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy. If you like my video, subscribe, MD Vegan on YouTube. Have another recipe every single day to enjoy the endless vegan variety. And make a donation if you want. There's a button under the video called Thanks. I would be grateful to further the vegan message in your name. MD Vegan. And you can also find me on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and X.